Hey everyone, this is Keith from Gaming Trend and Tabletop Throwdown, and I'm here with Chevy Dodd of Portal Games, and we are here to talk about Crazy Carts, a new game that is just available now here at Origins and is going through distribution right now.
Yep, it should be in stores anytime.
So, what's so special about Crazy Carts? I mean, this is a racing game.
Yes, it's a racing game. First to the finish wins, but the difference is we play as teammates. And so one teammate is in control of half of the operations on a cart. The other teammate is in control of the other half. And the problem is we can't communicate. So I'm in charge of turning and braking. You're in charge of speeding up and shooting the cannon, but we can't tell each other what we're trying to do. So we might end up running into walls or pit traps or trolls because it's crazy. It's Crazy Carts.
So what do the two different teammates do?
Okay, so one teammate has the first initiative, or the first board allows them to set the initiative. So the team who plays the highest initiative goes first in the race. Then we have the power-ups, and these are like special tokens that you can collect by crossing a power-up space on the board, and they act kind of like special little bonuses that help you through the race. They also can help you hinder your opponents by hurting them, making them run into walls, that sort of stuff. The other thing is braking, okay? And braking is important for turning because in order to turn, you have to play enough cards here equal to your current speed or higher. So the faster you're going, the harder it is to turn. You have to spend more cards there. And then the last thing is charging. This is another way to get the power-up tokens, and you have a charging track here that goes up to 10, and once it reaches 10, you get a charge token, and then it resets. So you can keep getting more. The other player is in charge of the special ability. Each faction has a special ability. And so for the elves, they have grabbing, which means they can grab onto another cart in front of them, and it pulls them with them. There's a special little knockout here for experienced players. You punch this out, and on the back it tells you what it does, so that's special. This person's in charge of speeding up. So however many cards you play here will speed us up, and again that means that turning's harder. Also, when you speed up, this is our speedometer, when you speed up, you're going to draw less cards each round. Because the faster you're going, it's harder to control your cart. So at the start of the game, we have 6 cards, but as we speed up, we start losing cards, so it becomes harder. This player is in charge of shooting. So however many cards you put here, that's your range, and you'll hit the enemy. And we have a special deck of cards that tells you what you do. Like this one, you missed. Or they might, well, these are a lot of misses.
That's anticlimactic.
Yeah, so a headshot means one player has to discard a strength 2 card for the rest of the game. So they got shot, they lose some of their cards. And then the last thing they can do is repair. You take damage from these cards. You take damage from crossing obstacles, like the troll. You'll take damage if your cart runs into a wall. And damage moves down your speed track, and you can never go faster than 1 below your damage. So if your damage is here, you can only go 3. So spending points to repair means you fix the damage, and now you can go faster.
Cool. So do both players have their own unique deck?
Yeah, every player has 6 cards. It's just 6 cards, and they're all strength 1, 3, or 2. So strength 1, 2, or 3. So all the decks are identical, except for the artwork, of course. And so when you're playing, you're not going to be able to do all of this stuff every round. At the start of the game, you're going to have all 6 cards, but for instance, the power-up thing, you can't use this unless you have a power-up token. So the first round, it's not useful. So maybe I put 5 points on initiative. I'm not going to break to start the game because our current speed is 0. But maybe we want to turn, so I'll put a couple there, and then I'll charge up the meter. So every round, what you're going to do changes. But what you're hoping is that your partner doesn't do something silly. For instance, if you notice, these all have numbers. This is the order that they go in. So first we have initiative, then we have special power up here. First we brake, then we speed up, then we turn. So if we're here, and you put a bunch of points on speed up, we're going to run into this wall because we go forward and then we turn.
Oh.
So you
okay.
have to, yeah. So you have to really balance what you think your partner is going to do versus what you want to do, and so it requires a little cooperation without talking. And then the first cart to cross the finish line wins. We play the first race with 3 boards. This is the qualifying race, and the winner of that race will get a special power up for the next race.
Attention, please. The exhibit hall will be closing in 15 minutes.
Yeah. And then the next race, we play with 4 boards, and the winner of that race wins the game.
How long would you say this goes for?
If everybody knows the game, 30 or 45 minutes, something like that.
Okay.
And you can play with odd number of players. We have the lone wolf player. He's in charge of all the actions on his cart, and he has some special actions. But each round, something on his cart's going to be broken, so he won't be able to do that. And we have a little random stack, so maybe he can't turn this round, so he has to try and figure out. And it's actually really fun, but it's very hard to play as the lone wolf. So.
Cool. That was going to be my next question, actually.
Yeah.
And how many players does it handle up to?
Up to 8.
Up to 8. So a good group game.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I often find it hard to find games that handle that number of people.
Yeah, and it handles it well. It's really fun. And when you get that many carts on the board, you're running into each other. When you run into the other carts, you'll move them. The mummies faction can pull your cart towards them, so they can pull you in front of somebody else who slams into you, and it can get a little bit goofy, but it's really fun.
And it's available now. What does it retail for?
Retails for $50. We're selling it here for $45.
Cool. Looks like a great game for a bunch of people to play and learn a lot how to communicate.
That's right. Yeah. Silent communication.
Great. Thank you very much.
Thank you.